Hello and welcome to I Do, a podcast about marriage. My name is Andrew and this is my wife, Sarah.
Hello.
Now, the name I Do comes from the belief that we say I do to your partner, I do to yourself, and also I do to your marriage. Now, the big part of being married is communication. So we're looking at communication for our first subject in our podcast.
Mm-hmm. According to the Australian Institute of Family Studies, communication issues is the number one reason why marriages fail in Australia. So we're going to be talking about how to communicate well, how we communicate not so well, and how to do it better with some hopefully helpful advice. The first episode we're going to talk about is talking to your partner, not about them. The longer you go without communicating well, the harder it can be.
Yes.
And there's a lot of reasons why people don't want to communicate, and bad experiences make it feel unsafe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but there's hope.
Yes,
there's ways to overcome.
Yeah. And the one we wanted to talk about first, because we want to break up the communications aspect of it, is one that we have kind of feel that doesn't get talked about too much or studied or on forums and everything, is about how we talk about our partner to other people without talking to the partner itself about issues.
And there are very valid reasons why people do this, and understandable reasons why people do it, but the problems that it can cause, especially if you're not talking to your partner about those problems, it's not worth doing.
No. Because we've heard it at work, we've heard it at sport events and night outs, we've heard it
social media.
Social media, we've heard it at the churches as well. That the whispers of sad and bad things happening.
Yes.
Or annoyances from the person who's saying about their partner.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're looking for advice, but, the person they need to be speaking to is the partner that they've got the disagreements with.
Yes, and it doesn't happen much. It's surprising. And one of the things that attracted to me to marriage and relationship counselling when I was doing my degree was that it's wonderful when the counselling is effective at getting the couples to talk to each other and talk openly and talk safely, and talk about things that they might never have ever said to each other.
Yeah.
And the wonderful breakthroughs that brings. Sometimes people have tried and it's failed or gone horribly and led to stressful arguments. And when everything's so busy, people think, easier to talk to somebody else.
Yep.
And it can feel good for a while, but we're going to talk about the reasons, the problems that it can cause, and how to do other things instead that'll get you what you want for a better relationship.
Yeah. So we're going to break it down into points. So the main kind of the startup point we're going to do is, why do we do it? Why do people do it? I can break it down for you, and if you want to jump in. But we know it's common.
Yes.
We all know, we've all worked and we've all seen people talk about it.
Yeah, about their partner and the grievances.
Yep. Sometimes it's even culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
So
it's expected almost to talk about your partner that way. But I think
some cultures and some faiths it is. Yeah.
It's culturally accepted for women to be subtle, avoid confrontation.
Yep.
Avoid speaking up.
Yep.
And if they do, like, you go back to the 18th century where women were being drawn around by scolding masks.
Yes.
Because they were too talkative. To today, where women are seen as more masculine if they speak out, unattractive, hysterical, over emotional. It's just been a long history of ingrained culture
Yep.
where women learn to give hints.
Yep.
Or not share how they're feeling because they're afraid of it being used against them or because they're just scared.
Yep.
And I think it's taken a long time. It's like an unspoken rule.
Yeah. And we see that on like, on forums, you know, like on Reddit and that. The aspect of, I've told I want my husband to do this.
Yes.
And he's not doing it. And then people are like, well, have you?
Yes, there might be maybe 7 comments down. Someone says, have you talked to your partner? Have you told your partner about how you feel? And that's usually left alone. And then before that, 6 comments from people saying, yes, that's why they're my ex now.
Yep.
You deserve better. They're doing bad by you, so leave them, get out.
Yep.
Put them in the bin, all those sorts of things. And they're the ones that get the most support.
Yep.
And there are people who are justifiably and validly angry because they've been in abusive relationships.
Mm.
And you and I know that when we first started going out, and I was sharing with you about relationship stories that I've heard, you're like, oh, yeah, terrible. And it was like finding you was like, oh, this is an interesting, refreshing, when you were basically just being a nice guy.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't really be that. It's setting the bar low to just being a nice guy, really, wow, I found one. Like it's, So there's justifiable reasons why women are upset and why they're wanting to support each other, especially on social media, because it's a safer way to vent and feel supported and free to talk. But the sad thing is that you exist.
Yeah.
That's not the sad thing. Good men exist.
Yep.
It is possible to have good conversations where when you're upset about something and you share it with your partner, they take it on board and things can change. And that would be better. I mean, you have to walk a really fine line of not encouraging either women or men to stay in abusive relationships, to stay in relationships where they're being suffering and where they're trying and banging their heads against a wall, when it would be better to leave. But I think because there's so much momentum now with people trying to get out of that, we don't want to be too hasty, because wouldn't it be better rather than staying stuck in a marriage that isn't going well? Yeah. Communication opens up and you have a good marriage. Yeah,
because there would have been, there was something at the start of a relationship that drew you both together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so hopefully you loved each other at the start and wanted to make that commitment for a good reason. Yep. So
that commitment of marriage and and if you've got kids as well, everyone knows it's a bigger commitment than not, kind of thing.
Yeah. And if you have a choice between staying trapped in a miserable marriage with bad communication and leaving or staying in the relationship with improved communication, that would be hopefully the better choice. Less disruptive for everybody. So that's what,
So other ways we do it is why we talk to other people and not our partners is we want to blow off steam and vent. Yeah. So, I've been part of many conversations through my working career of having people vent to me, which is good. That's fun. Yeah. But you can see why, especially if you come from an argument or things like that, and work is usually the first point of reference and that. So, you want to talk to someone about it because it makes you feel good.
It'll help you. So if communication isn't going well, you need to talk to somebody. Yeah. You need to thrash it out with somebody, find out if you're imagining things or if you really have a problem and you want someone to either support you or tell you you're wrong or something if there's nothing happening. Yeah. You want some sort of validation.
Yep. Yeah. And then that goes to the next point where, you're looking for support from other people. Yeah. Because, your especially friends that have been your friends, but not your partner's friends, will probably take your side more than them kind of thing. Yeah. So, you talk to them to validate your argument or your decision or your point of view.
Yeah. To get more support so that you feel justified in taking whatever route you've taken. Yeah, just so you can, if communicating isn't going well, you want a conversation about it to go well.
Yeah,
And,
exactly
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah. So if you're not good at communicating with your partner,
yeah,
you're probably good communicating with your friends because that's
they're your friends. Yeah,
they're your friends kind of thing. So getting that kind of off your chest to your friends because they've done it in the past and they've got your best interests at heart makes it an easier task to do than talk to your partner.
Yeah.
Yep.
So understandable reasons why, but what problems can it cause?
Yeah.
So you're not getting, unless you have a really brilliant friend that has excellent insight into what your partner may be going through.
Yep.
You're not getting closer to your partner.
No.
You're getting further away.
Yep.
And also...
And they're the building blocks to a better relationship.
Yes.
Is having, that ability and to talk to your partner like that.
Yeah.
And not your friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it creates a distance and it reaffirms your own thinking in your head, but you're not getting the feedback from your partner about their perspective that you might not be aware of. You can have an opinion on something, on an issue, on a problem that can seem 100% correct. You're in the right and you've got the right handle on it, and you talk to other people and they support you and you think, yes, right, this is the problem.
Yep.
But if you're not getting any feedback from your partner, you're not hearing their perspective, and you're not, you're not understanding where they're coming from, and you might find out information that changes what you're doing a little bit. It could change the amount of resentment you're holding towards them if you knew that.
Yep.
It could help you understand where your partner's coming from a little bit, because we all do the wrong thing. And we all also have different ideas about what constitutes a really bad thing and what's okay. So it's like we kind of make up our own culture as a person.
Yeah.
And we have ideas from our family of origin and upbringing about what we view as terrible, that we would never do.
Yes.
Things that we don't think are very good, but we do sometimes, and everybody does it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And things that don't bother us.
Yep.
So I might be really bothered by something that you do.
Yep.
That in your idea is just like, oh yeah, that's a bit annoying.
Yep.
But and if you never talk to your partner about it, they'll assume, understandably, that you don't really care that much about it.
Yeah.
So feedback's important.
Yeah.
But also you might do things that are equally high on their list of stuff they'd never do.
Yeah.
So you could be doing stuff to them that they're not telling you about. And you're building up all this resentment towards them about what they're doing. When if you were aware of the things that you were doing, it might help level the playing field a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's important to talk, to get all the information. It breaks down trust. So if you're the only person who doesn't know that your partner has a problem with you, and all your friends, common friends, know, just think about how you would feel if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
If you thought you were in a perfectly happy...
And especially about quite sometimes it can be quite personal.
Yes.
Personal views and issues and things like that. And if you're the last on the food chain to find out, and
yes,
be heartbreaking.
Breaking trust, and you want to have really strong trust if you're in a relationship like marriage.
Yeah. The ultimate.
Yes. Kind of helps. Yeah. So that
so it makes you feel justified with the issue.
Yeah, it can justify your position. It can cement an idea in your head that might need nuance.
Yep.
That most likely does need nuance. Even if you're completely 99% right and the person has done something wrong and it's a clear issue of, yes, they did the wrong thing and you've seen it.
Yep.
Even if the only thing that having the conversation with your partner brings is an understanding of why they did the wrong thing and helps them be a bit more relatable to you so that you're not as harsh with them or angry or feeling more superior to them.
Yeah.
And help soften it, because there's different ways you can look at a problem. there's different ways you can phrase it.
Yep.
And there's two different ways you can say it. Like, you can talk to other people and you can say, this is what they did. And, I hate that. I hate when people do that. It's terrible. And it might really be terrible. But the truth is we all do terrible things.
Yep.
And it helps if you, especially the person you love and you're married to, if it's at all possible, to see them as a person that you love.
Yep.
Who does make mistakes, who has understandable reasons for it. It will help your communication go better because it'll get the defenses down. But now I'm going into solutions.
Yeah.
So, hope I was not rambling too much there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's worth having that feedback, even if it's not changing anything about it being the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's just some greater understanding and empathy for your partner that's gained, it's worth it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because you should love the partner.
Yes.
And you want the best for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want them to love you, and you want them to not be defensive when you have other issues to bring up.
Yeah.
You want them to have experience with you of you understanding why they might have done what they did.
Yeah.
And it's harder and harder and harder to have that empathy the more you talk to other people who only validate your point of view.
Yeah. So when we talk to someone about that problem, it gives us the good justification about the issue. You've only got that echo chamber of that one side. And
yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So that kind of adds on to what I was saying. Yeah. Only echo chamber. So now it's not only you who's against your partner, it's all your close friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just what is the best outcome? You being right and everybody being angry at your partner?
Yep.
And
the partner not knowing about it?
And the partner not knowing about it, which is even worse. Or you bringing an issue to your partner, them accepting it, and then having a good conversation about it and a resolution.
Yeah.
And that would
look
hopefully
at,
be...
your friends and family, that kind of, they don't know that, but they might see the positive, the positivity out of it. You'll be happier.
Yes.
Look more loving towards your partner.
Yes. And if defenses are already high from their opinion that you're angry with them, it's a lot harder to come down from defensiveness if you and all your friends are also against you without you having explained any part of your point of view at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And without you knowing, it's just a big nail in the relationship coffin if it's dying.
Yep.
So problems. Yeah, if you're finding it difficult to talk to your partner about things, but you find relief talking to other people, then it's going to continue to be that way. You're going to continually find it easier to talk to others, and your partner, you're going to drift away from them emotionally. And that's another top reason why marriage fails. After communication issues, it's drifting away, and sometimes it's connected. And of course it is, because it's communication. But if you drift away emotionally from your partner, then even though you might not actually be separated or divorced yet, it's like you are, but you're still living together, which is
and that brings on the aspect of having, affairs and relations, that kind of stuff, because, that you find that confidence in other people.
Yeah. And there will be people who say, my relationship's fine and we do it all the time. What's the big deal? And they'll think we're overreacting. And if your relationship is fine, then obviously this podcast isn't for you.
Yeah.
That's good. We're glad you're happy. You might be equally doing it to each other and you're fine. Yeah. Relationship's happy and that's okay.
Tit for tat kind of situation.
But if your communication with your partner isn't good and you're doing this might be why. So it might be worth,
talking to your partner.
Yes.
Let's sit about them.
Yeah.
So we talked about why we do it and talking points from that. So what problems does this cause?
You haven't solved the problem with your partner. You just might feel better about it, and then it'll happen again. You'll feel angry again until you get a chance to talk to your friend about it.
Yep.
And it's the longer you go without any feedback or perspective from your partner, the longer resentment builds up, and the angrier you will get and more resentful you'll get when it happens again.
Yeah.
And again, if your partner has no idea, And they do it for the fifth time. They leave a glass near the dishwasher when you've never told them that's a problem for you.
Exactly.
Or you've said it in a joking way.
Yeah.
Or you've tried to hint at it by getting cross but not saying anything. Yeah.
Because, males are more direct and females
Yes.
are kind of, subtle.
We have learnt to be subtle for safety reasons. So, yes, there are understandable reasons, but I think we need to learn, both partners need to learn how to do this safely.
Yep.
How to help women feel safe to share what they think and confront them. So, one thing that happens when you're used to not feeling safe communicating and being direct is you build up resentment, stay quiet until you finally explode.
Yeah.
And then you're yelling and you're nagging and you're getting cross. And you also, in your mind, you might think that all the subtle hints you've been leaving should have been enough. Should have been enough to justify how angry you are now, but no. And I think, so where was I going with this? Both partners, I think, need to learn. Men in the relationship, you need to help your partners feel safe communicating with you. You need to help them feel safe telling you if there's something wrong.
Yep.
Give them patience. Don't push them, but if you notice that there's something wrong, try and be the safe space for them to talk about it. And assuming that you're not married to an evil psychopath, try and give your partner the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it deprives your partner of the chance to explain to you why they're doing certain things.
Yeah.
You might have no idea why they're doing what they're doing.
No.
And if you hear about the reason why, it might make more sense to you.
Yeah.
And that's worth finding out. Because it's straight away. It's like, this is unrelated, but when we had the hooning problem, and in my mind, people were doing it deliberately to be annoying. They wanted to get a rise out of people. And so every time I would hear it, I would think, oh, and it would frustrate me more when I heard it. But when I talked to you about it, and you said, no, they're just trying to have fun and they're trying to show off to their friends.
Yeah.
And in a poor area, so that they don't have the money to go to racetracks and or that sort of thing. So it's their way of being fun, and they're probably not thinking of you at all, which is still annoying. But it's not as infuriating as I felt when I had in my mind, they're doing this purely to be annoying and to annoy me, and they've got nothing better to do, and I want to go out and yell at them. So having that perspective from your partner about the reason why they might be doing it will help your anxiety levels, will help your anger levels, will just...
And it might be a misinterpreted situation as well where, the partner might think they're doing the right.
Yeah. They might be trying to
help you, but they've just, fallen over their feet. Yeah. Trying to do it, and it's come off, the wrong way. Yeah. We've seen many movies like that, actually, haven't we?
So just knowing all those bits of information might not change the correctness of the action at all, or it might, but just giving you more empathy for your partner, more love, more understanding, and more ability to see things from their perspective is worth it. Yeah. And it's all going to build towards your relationship, all going to build good, positive things into your marriage and train your brain and your emotional, training yourself for the next confrontation to go, oh, okay, maybe it's not as scary.
And not get so defensive.
Yes.
Yep. So other problems we could that can cause is you get bad advice from the person you're talking to.
Yes.
They might not be in the best relationship themselves.
Yes.
With their partner.
Yes.
So you discussing the points with them, they probably agree with you more. Yeah. Because they relate that to their relationships,
which could still be different. Yeah. No situation is exactly the same. And what's scary is when you see on social media, yes, that reason that you're complaining about here is the reason why I left my partner. And it's like they could divorce, they could separate, rip a family apart, rip situation apart without ever having talked properly about the situation. And that's really sad and scary. Yeah. So it's understandable and there's valid reasons why it happens, but situations that could be avoided just because communication that's needed doesn't happen.
Yep.
And perspective, nuance.
And this all comes down to what we find really helpful, and we can link the notes below in regards to Gottman's 4 Horsemen.
Yes, so very intelligent couple who've done studies on marriage and relationships, really intense scientific studies to analyze relationships, what works well, what's not working. The Gottman couple, Julie and John Gottman, and they've perfected the art of what makes marriage work and fail to an art.
A science art.
And we can talk about the solutions that they provide to help.
Yeah, and we can break that down later in future episodes.
Yeah.
Because, it's really, as I said, very scientific
they
and
can
very predictable.
Predict divorce with a 90% accuracy.
Yeah.
Right.
And another problem it can cause is by repeating it to multiple people.
Yes.
It makes it more of a problem, which you've talked about.
Yeah, it makes the person appear even worse to multiple people.
Yeah, yeah. So you could have your group of friends talking about your issue.
Yeah.
And then those group of friends, when they see that partner the next time, will feel, quite,
funny
look at them
towards them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll wonder why it creates paranoia,
Yeah.
lack of trust again, and just, not things that you want in your relationship for your partner, or not things that you should want for the person that you love and you're married to.
Yeah.
You don't want that for them.
So with that, we've talked about why we do it. We've talked about what problems they cause. So the next one is what solutions can we do?
Yeah.
I think the solution, is in the title, is very basic, talk to your partner.
Yes.
But the reasoning behind it, we can break down.
Yeah. So it seems basic. And when you read about the things that help, it seems really basic and seems like a straightforward thing. But
so
in reality, it's hard.
Talk to your partner like you love them.
Yes.
So
don't start off with...
Yeah, don't have a negative... Talk to them. If you're going to talk to them, don't start off with a negative tone.
Yes.
Or, go into it negative,
Yeah.
You've loved or still in love with your partner.
Yes.
So there's that to kind of start off with.
Yeah, you want to try and have that in your mind when you start confrontations. If you want them to go well, you want to start off feeling positively about them, feeling hopeful that you can resolve this with them.
Yep.
That you don't delight in confronting them about something that they're doing wrong. You're not enjoying this.
No.
You don't want them to think that you are. You want them to feel loved.
Yeah.
And you want them, when they have a problem with you, to tell you they love you.
Yeah, because you want the best. You want your partner to grow.
Yeah.
We're all going to grow. You want your partner to grow, and you want your partner to help you grow as well and be a better person.
Yes. But one thing that can be helpful, I suppose, if you're starting out communicating well after a long history of not communicating very well, the way you start out isn't that great. So if you're listening to our podcast and you're in a position where you're wanting to change, but your partner, you don't feel like your partner is, one of the things that you can do is take that advice, talk to them like you love them. If they come at you angrily and not talking to you like they love you, try your best to be non-defensive. Try your best to stay calm and try to avoid the temptation to retaliate, and just see how not doing that affects the conversation. Before you try anything else, just try staying calm and non-defensive and talking to them in a loving way and trying to help them out. So with people who've learnt not to communicate, to keep quiet until they explode. They're doing it because they're scared and angry and one of the things I suppose we've learned from working in retail is
Yep.
fastest way to diffuse an angry person is to listen constructively.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
And
done that many
listen
times.
non-defensively.
Yep.
And let them have their say.
Yep.
We're not saying you have to put up with abuse.
No.
That's not okay. You walk away from that situation and you wait for the calm moment.
Yep.
But you want to help your partner feel heard. And listening quietly, not trying to defend yourself, not saying, well, what about what you do straight away? There's a time and place for that.
Yeah, it's not
when
tit
you
for
can
tat.
bring that up. But yeah, not the best time to bring it up when someone's bringing something up with you. Yes. Wait and see if that calms things down before you bring anything else up.
And a good point of that as well is choosing the right time
Yes.
and place
Yes.
for this discussion.
Yes. And that's hard today.
Yep.
For people. But yes, choosing the right time and making a decision as a couple to put time aside specifically to do that because you need it. Because sometimes finding the right time can just be another way of putting off communicating, and then it never happens. So making an agreed time that you can talk about things.
Yep.
To stop that resentment building up.
And it might be as simple as, go to your partner and going, hey, got an issue I'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah. Is there a time that's good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No pressure.
Don't pressure.
Yeah.
Nothing too stressful.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about something.
Yeah.
When's a good time for you?
Yeah.
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 And, if you especially, unfortunately, if you have kids and activities and things like that, it gets hard to find that time.
Yes.
And also not to be stressed from the day-to-day activities.
Yes.
So, it might be early morning, late afternoon.
Yeah.
Might be at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Just finding
just a time when you're both relatively calm.
Yep.
You've agreed upon to start with and that the other partner feels not threatened by.
Yeah.
And trying to use another useful thing that the Gottman couple have talked about, which is the 5-to-1 rule. So for every negative thing you have to say to your partner, think of 5 positive things you can say.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to say, Andrew, I really appreciate the way you are as a father, and I really appreciate the way you tidy up so much, and I really appreciate your cooking, and all. Just think of 5 positive things that you can get so that the person knows you're not just in there to attack them.
Yeah.
So the person knows you're not just overlooking any good things they do. They don't feel like...
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just makes a person feel better, and it's a very good...
and it lowers their defenses a bit as well.
It lowers their cortisol levels.
Yep.
And it's wonderful with children as well. Speak more positive things about your partner and your children than you do negative ones, and they'll take the negative a lot better than if you're constantly telling them negative things, and you'll feel better about it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So talking to your partner is obviously the main point that we want to come from the conclusion.
So obviously you don't want to stop talking to other people completely. It's not about that. It's talking to a counsellor, talking to your friends is okay. But if it's a problem that you're not talking to your partner about, but only other people, think about, is it a serious problem that's really causing you anguish? And if it is, you need to talk to your partner about it.
Yeah.
If it's not, you need to stop talking to other people about it because it's not actually helping.
No.
And you might find when you stop talking to others about it that you realise it is a problem that you need to speak about.
Yep.
It's more of an issue than you thought it was, and you need to say something. So,
and it might be hard to do because, your lunch break at work might be just discussing about your flaws of your partner with other people, so you might not have other conversations to talk about.
Yeah. But it's, try and analyse how important this issue is.
Yep.
And if it's important enough to talk to multiple people about over and over again, it's something that you need to talk to your partner about.
Or if it's not a big issue, it might not be a thing you need to talk to your partner about.
Yeah, but then respect your partner and their dignity and privacy enough to not talk about it.
Yeah. Perfect. So with that, some good solutions there in a conclusion. But, the thing of that, if that works well, then the benefit of all of this is you'll have a better relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
A deeper connection.
Well, we'll obviously go into more solutions as podcasts go on.
Yep.
But yeah, starting off with loving tone, talking to your partner like you love them.
Yep.
Trying to go in with the expectation and hope that you will find some way of getting a better understanding of why your partner might be doing what they're doing.
Yes.
So you can relate to it and feel less anger and resentment, even if it's still wrong. It's not excusing, it's not dismissing the problem, but it's just helping your relationship strengthen if you're not resentful and angry and, I would never do this. And putting yourself on a higher level.
Yeah. Yep.
Putting your a pedestal and that person down lower and then getting all your friends to gang up.
Yep.
And trying to be a safe person to tell the wrong thing to.
Yeah, because being able to tell your partner, those type of things is such a strong connection.
Yeah.
You get a person in life that you get to talk to about most of, nearly everything in your life aspects and feel safe around that person.
Yes, exactly. And you want to feel safe around your partner. And people love it because it's so rare now to have anybody ever admit they've done anything wrong or to take something you've said wrong.
Yep.
Well, you love it. You love the feeling.
Yeah.
If you talk to someone and pour your heart out about how angry you are about it to somebody and they take it well and accept it and say, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And reflect back and share their perspective. Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And so it's...
Yep. Perfect.
Good.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for listening and watching our podcast.
Yes,
Hopefully,
give us your feedback.
Give us your feedback, yeah.
Let us know if there are things that you'd like us to talk about, questions you have about what we've shared.
Yeah. Because,
yes, we tried communicating, but what about when our partner does this?
Yep.
And what if this happens? Feel free to comment and
please do.
Let us know.
Yep. But thank you very much for watching and listening in.
Yes.
We're Andrew and Sarah.
Yes.
And thank you for listening to I Do.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.